So today's message is actually about reconciliation. I'm going to start today's message by actually reading from Matthew chapter 5, we'll start with um, 22, and we'll go to roughly verse 20, the end of 25, 26. And basically it starts like this. But I tell you that anyone who is angry with a brother or a sister will be subject to judgment. Again, anyone who says to a brother or sister, Raka, is answerable to the court. And anyone who says, you fool, will be in danger of the fire of hell. Therefore, if you are offering a gift at the altar, and there remember that your brother or sister has something against you, leave your gift there in front of the altar. First go and be reconciled with them, then come and offer your gift. Settle matters quickly with your adversary, who is taking you to court. Do it while you are still together on the way, or your adversary may hand you over to the judge, and the judge may hand you over to the officer, and you may be thrown into prison. Truly I tell you, you will not get out until you have paid to the last penny. So, obviously, this follows the Beatitudes, and basically what Jesus is saying is a lot of people, they think, oh, well, if I have a grudge against somebody, it's not going to be that bad. It's not as serious. It's not as bad as murder. You know, I'm angry at somebody, but I'm still a good person. And what he's trying to convey is that whenever we go to the altar, whenever we worship, whenever we do anything in the name of Christianity, in the name of God, we need to make sure that we're coming with a pure heart. Let me give you a little bit of background story. So basically this has happened probably, 10 years or so. I met a man, and this man he was up in age, and he was at a point where a lot of people were talking to him, saying, man, you've had an amazing life. I mean, you must be proud of yourself. You basically came out of the depression. You've done this, you've done that. You must be leaving this world, full of pride. And he wasn't. There was something that was hurting him, something that basically was heavy on his heart. And what it was is he had a dispute with somebody that he was close with, and it got so bad. It was just something, at the time it was, monumental. It was like the last straw. But looking back over the years, it wasn't that big to him. And he had regret because he could not reconcile with that person. He did not have the opportunity to say, you know what, I was a hothead when I was young. I shouldn't have said those things. I regret it. Your friendship means a lot more than what happened that day. And that burden weighed on his heart. So when people were bringing up all these good things about his life and the accomplishments and accolades that he had in his life, it didn't matter to him. He would have gladly given away all his money, all his wealth, just to reconcile that. Another example or a reason that we need to reconcile any disputes that we have, besides it being heavy on our heart, is one of the first steps into living a peaceful life is finding peace within ourselves. And when you have that doubt, when you have that feud, or you're angry against somebody, you're not going to find peace. It's going to take you a while to find peace. So if you're not at peace, how can you promote peace? How can we help this world find a little sliver in peace? And we all know that right now, this world, there's a lot going on, and it's a sad world. So we need to find peace wherever we can. And that peace first has to start within ourselves. It needs to start within our hearts. So we need to make reconciliation. A lot of people think, well, I haven't talked to this person in 20, 30 years. And I've heard that. I heard that numerous times when they come to me and they tell me what's heavy on their hearts. but it starts with the simple phrase. The easiest is the most easiest thing to do, and sometimes it's the most hardest. But once you open that door, once you say, "Hey, I know that we had this dispute for all these years, and I apologize for my part of it. I didn't mean it for it to come and separate us apart. It weighs heavy on my heart." Once you let go of that burden, once you vocalize it, once you write it down, whatever way you have to, it will help for your heart. Don't be the type of person where basically you're going to carry these burdens with you. There was a famous saying that basically says, a person who goes out to seek revenge better dig two graves, one for the person they're showing vengeance and one for yourself. And that is true because I've seen it so many times. I've seen people with the burdens on their hearts, and you will not find peace with those burdens. So do what Jesus suggested in Matthew. Reconcile those differences before it's too late. Ask for forgiveness. Get with that person, find out, why did you guys have this falling apart? Why are all these feelings? Why was that anger there? And get down to the bottom of the issue. Because once you do, you're going to find that internal peace. And once you're at peace, you'll be able to do God's work that He has planned for you a lot more easier. So I want to thank you guys for listening to our message today. I definitely appreciate it. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. If you like what I'm doing here, again, you can feel free to subscribe. That makes us happy. And if you have any ideas on future videos, I'd love to hear them. So thank you and goodbye.